Hey, it's Carl Willis with my wife Carol behind me, and this is day 48 of my video series. Today, what I want to talk about is being light on your feet. In the last 2 years, Google has made several algorithm changes. Well, let me back up before that. 2010, I started really cranking out my business with Google AdWords, paid advertising. And the summer of 2010 came the Google slap, where Google essentially said, if you're a network marketer, affiliate marketer, or home business person, we're not interested in your accounts. And they shut us all down. So I had to change up my strategy. And I had already been blogging, but I went real heavy into blogging at that point. Learned search engine optimization, began to rank an awful lot of keywords, and began to drive an awful lot of leads. Then in 2012, Google opened the zoo and let out the panda and the penguin. And I watched my traffic drop from 1,400 visitors a day down to between 900 and 1,200 visitors a day. And then we come along, they make a few more tweaks, and I level out at about 800 to 900 visitors a day. So pretty substantial reduction. Well, then this year they announced, hey, we are letting another animal out of the zoo, Penguin 2.0. Let me stop there for a minute. In the midst, my YouTube channel gets shut down because a competitor starts flagging all of my videos as being inappropriate. So the first time I was able to get my channel back. This last time they flagged a video about my father's death as being inappropriate, and I have not been able to recover that channel. So I had to be nimble again. Well, now here we come into Penguin 2.0, released last week of May, and I see my traffic drop yet again. I dropped down to about 600 page views per day. Well, then I open up my analytics this weekend, and the next round of that came out, and my page views dropped by over 50%. So, needless to say, you have to be light on your feet. The environment of entrepreneurship always changes. Had I just been dependent on Google AdWords in 2010, I would have been dead in the water. Had I just been dependent on YouTube, I'd be dead in the water. Had I just been dependent upon SEO and ranking pages in the search engines, I'd be dead in the water. It takes a comprehensive strategy to keep your business moving forward. There are always going to be setbacks. We'll get 6 months down the road, and I may find that everything that's been hit through the latest update gets sent back up. It's always in motion, but you can't let those things affect you. So all I've done now is I've looked around at the landscape and said, what's doing well in the search engines? Well, YouTube's doing well. So I've set up another YouTube channel. The next thing that I'm seeing is forums are doing well. So guess what? I'm going to be participating in more forums. And of course, social media, nobody is going to slap that down. That is just simple networking, getting to know people. That will always be an effective means of building a business. So here's what I want to get at today. You're going to face setbacks in your business. That's just part of it. There are storms that come, but the storm is not the end of the story. It's what you do with it. How are you going to move through it? How are you going to push forward? You know, nobody ever promised life was easy. That's something my parents always said. And even the Bible says, one of my favorite verses, Psalms 34:19, the righteous man has many troubles, but the Lord delivers him from each and every one. That's a promise I cling to. I've seen that in my life. I've gone through things that, going in, I would have never thought I would have come out the backside. And yet God has always been there. He's always been faithful. I always know that in the midst of any storm, I'll find Jesus walking on the water. And so I can take confidence in that. And because of that, I don't have to fret when something goes haywire in the business. I just simply have to respond to it. But the time to decide what your response is going to be is not when you get to the crisis, but it's beforehand. If this happens, then what? If this happens, then what? And building a diversified income, a diversified marketing plan, a diversified business plan, those are all key components to what you're doing. Today, I had to shuffle some of my outsourcers because some of my outsourcers were using methods that were effective 9 months ago. They're not going to be effective now, and I have to change my strategy. That's just part of staying in the flow of what's happening in your business. So, what I'd love for you to do, click the link below, connect with Carol and I on our Facebook page. You'll find out more about what we do. We'd love to work with you, and I hope you have a great day today.